Hi, I'm Dr. David Magnano. I'm a licensed chiropractor in the state of Florida. I'm also licensed in New York, but I practice in Clearwater, Florida right now, right in Gulf Bay, in the heart of Clearwater. I'm here to talk to you about anti-aging. It seems to be a very popular, common topic. There's lots of info out there. There's lots of conflicting reports, and I want to cover some real basic fundamentals on anti-aging. So basically the way it works is your body never remains in a constant state. It's either in a state of regeneration, which means it's making new cells and regrowing things and sort of revitalizing itself, or it's in a state of degeneration, which means the cells are breaking down, they're becoming weaker, they're becoming less able to handle their activities, and in doing so, your health and your aging would go downhill. And you would age, as you would say, more rapidly. If your body is constantly in a state of regeneration, then you would show the signs of aging a lot less. You'd have more energy, vitality, a better immune system, better able to fight off things, digestion would work better, you'd probably sleep better, and all these things would just work better in your body. So it's sort of a general thing. There's a couple basics that I want to cover on how your body works that are important to this whole anti-aging. So here's a side view here. I've got a couple charts here, and the main focus of these charts is to show you how the nervous system works. The nervous system basically consists of the brain, the spinal cord, and then the nerve roots that travel to the organs, to the muscles and joints. And the nerves have the job of carrying the information from the brain to whatever muscle, organ, body part, gland, blood cell, blood vessel, any of that. All that is controlled by the nervous system. And you're constantly under stress. You're under physical stress and chemical stress and emotional stress. And these stresses beat up on your body. And they tend to break down your body. But your body has an incredible ability to heal and recover. And the one system that's responsible for coordinating that healing and recovering and regeneration is the nervous system. So how does the brain talk to the lungs or to the heart or to the stomach or to the shoulder or to the hip or leg or knee? The way your brain can communicate to those areas and parts of the body is through a network of wires which are called nerves. Now the main nerve trunks come right off the spinal cord. They come off the spinal cord. I have a model of a spine here. You can see this is a side view of the spine. It also shows the hips and the lower back in this area, but we're going to just look at any area in the spine. Basically what you have is you have a spinal bone separated by a disc, which is a pad. It's a cartilaginous pad. And then you have another spinal bone. And between those two spinal bones, there is a nerve root that comes out. That's a trunk or a cable. It's a large nerve root. It has many thousands of smaller nerves in it. Most people think all the nerves in the body are pain sensitive. They are not. It's a very limited number of nerves that are pain sensitive. It's only 10%. So 90% of the nerves in your body just have the job of telling a certain area, organ, or gland how to work. So what happens is because our spinal bones move so freely and move so well and have such a great range of motion, what can happen is a spinal bone can become shifted out of position. We call that in chiropractic a subluxation. It's a fancy word that means the bone has shifted out of place enough to pinch or irritate the nerve. It's sort of compared to a dislocation. Now, dislocation is when the bone shifts out of place enough to actually injure the spinal cord, which is the main trunk that runs down through this spine. The spine, in many cases, is referred to as the lifeline because it carries the spinal cord and allows these nerve roots to exit, which, of course, are responsible for controlling all the regeneration and recovering and healing in your body. But let's just go back to that subluxation for a moment. If you have a bone that is shifted out of place in your spine that's irritating the nerve, it's going to cut off the energy supply and information and control to whichever organ it connects to. So I'm going to use this chart up here and show you how this works. We'll use a very common area. A lot of times when somebody's under stress or they're starting to feel old or part of aging is heart disease and trouble with the heart. So we're going to use a bone right here at the area of the base of the neck. You can sort of see the nerves that come out of the base of the neck here travel through the heart. Those are the same nerves that travel down through the shoulder, arms, and hands. But each one of these buttons here represents one of the spinal bones, and we can see the spinal bones are set up just like that. If we take and put pressure on one of those spinal nerve roots by having the spinal bone shift out of position, it'll actually cut the flow of healing and health to that organ. And in this area you can see which organ is flashing, which is showing the heart. So, if somebody has pressure on the nerve going to the heart, we know that the heart's not going to be able to heal or recover or work or function as it should, and that's going to lead to certain signs of disease. And really, when your body continues to degenerate, it's basically developing more and more diseases. When it's regenerating, it's fighting things off, and you're not developing diseases. So the most important system in your body is the nervous system, because it keeps every other area, organ, gland, blood vessel working as it should. And when there's trouble with the nervous system, there's going to be trouble with whatever organ is connected to that nerve, whatever organ or area of the body. So we do a specialized test in our office. It's a nerve scan. It's a very simple test. It takes about 10 to 12 minutes. We basically run the scanner up your spine, and it lets us know how well the nerves are working to the different areas and organs and parts of the body. Now, the important thing about this test is it can tell us the nerves that are not sensory, that don't feel pain, how those nerves are working. And in many cases, those are the nerves that are going to cause some of the more major diseases. This visit in our office is a free visit. We do it as a community, sort of an educational service. We do it for many groups and companies and sports teams and things of that nature to try to keep the body regenerating and healing as it should. So if you want to call our office, we'll schedule you for that test. Like I say, it takes a half hour from start to finish that visit. The test itself takes about 10 or 12 minutes. One of the other nice things about the test is you get an immediate report of how the nervous system is working. It's actually very interesting. We'll have patients come in, not tell us anything that's going on, and we'll run the nerve scan, and we'll see pressure on the nerves going to the sinuses. And they'll say, oh, they have sinus and allergy problems. Or we'll see pressure on the nerves traveling to the lungs. And then they'll tell us they've developed sort of midlife asthma or some lung-related problem. We'll see people come in with reflux or with stomach problems, and we'll see the nerve shut down to the stomach. We'll actually see some patients come in with intestinal problems, severe menstrual cramps, trouble with their bladder, any of those areas. And as these areas start to break down, you feel older, and by keeping those areas healing and regenerating, we like to call that our anti-aging treatment in our office. So once again, my name is Dr. David Magnano. Thanks for listening.